Jai Shri Ram. Voltaire once said, minds differ more than faces. Minds differ more than faces. I think Aristotle was an idiot because he once said that if a wife and husband sleep on the right side of the bed, male children will be born, and if they sleep on the left side of the bed, females will be born. Anyway, Aristotle was the guru of Alexander the Stupid. Alexander was not great by any yardstick. Anyway, that's a different story. So I'm giving you some more proof of Aristotle's stupidity because one of his quote is like this: Men with small foreheads are fickle, whereas if they are rounded or bulging out, the owners are quick tempered. Straight eyebrows indicate softness of disposition. Those that curve outward toward the temples, humor and dissimulation. The staring eye indicates impudence and winking indecision. Large and outstanding ears indicate a tendency to irrelevant talk or chattering. Pure nonsense, isn't it? Proof that Aristotle was a bloody idiot. This is a big word. Prosopagnosia. 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 It means the ability to recognize and identify people. The ability to recognize and identify people. Obviously, it's very important for us in our everyday life. If you start forgetting people, what is that word? It's called jamais vu. You heard of deja vu, isn't it? Deja vu. Deja vu is literally, it means already seen. That means if you go to a new place but still feel that you've been there earlier, that's deja vu. Eh? If you are seeing somebody for the first time, let's say you are going to Iceland, and there you step out of the airport and you meet somebody. Obviously, you have not seen that person because he is an Icelander. But if you start getting a funny feeling that his face seems familiar, that is deja vu. Jamais vu, Jamais vu, jamais vu, French word, which means when you are looking at something which is very familiar, but it appears as if it is new and unfamiliar. Right? So, prosopagnosia. This is the ability, the big word. There is a proverb which goes like this: think much, speak little, write less. Think much, speak little, write less. Aphasia, Aphasia, is the loss of the ability to produce language or understand language. Aphasia, Aphasia. Confucius, 500 BC, he said, learning without thinking is useless. Learning without thinking is useless. Thinking without learning is dangerous. Have you ever heard of dogs believing that they are cats, or sheep or pigs apparently acting like dogs, or even of ducks thinking that they have human parents? Well, there is interesting research. Konrad Lorenz, 1907-89, Nobel Prize winner, Lorenz. He was an important figure in ethology, the study of animal behavior, ethology. He discovered that incubator hatched geese would imprint on the first moving thing they saw, very specifically in the first 36 hours of life. Imprinting. Imprinting means rapid learning that takes place by observation of parents. In animals, he found that in the geese, this process called stamping in, which in English is called imprinting. So the goslings imprinted on Lorenz's black walking boots and would follow him about as others would their mother. So there are many charming pictures of him walking with them behind him or even swimming with his children. Lawrence also found that jackdaws, a bird, jackdaws who imprinted on him presented him with juicy worms, often in his ear holes. However, thankfully, they sought out other jackdaws when sexually aroused, showing that some behaviors are more affected by imprinting than others. Ducklings would even imprint on inanimate objects like a red balloon and even a cardboard box. This phenomenon is called filial imprinting. When the newborn begins to recognize its parents, it even begins before birth as the newborn begins to hear the distinctive voice of the parents. The idea is that imprinting is innate and instinctive and not learned. It is essential for life and survival, but even innate behaviors are modified by learning. So, cats are hardwired to catch rats but need to learn the art of rat catching from their mother. Similarly, songbirds can sing, but they learn the tune from those around them. So the modern view is that imprinting process is much more plastic and forgiving than originally thought. To be an appropriate target, any animal or inanimate object has to be the provider of comfort.